Well, yes, I have returned with your daily dose of all things Diablo 4. We've got a mix of official news and very big, reputable leak showcasing some of the in-game systems that you probably don't know about. This is exciting stuff. And we've got additional details about updates to the respec system, the in-game Golden Dungeon as it's called, the Tree of Whispers, and the future of ARPG is MMO. Well, we're going to talk about that one as well. So let's dive straight into this. First and foremost, starting out with that very big leak, which is right here. Now, I can't show you the actual leaked map, but I can at least go into detail as to what is on here. And there's some new things on here that I have never seen before, and we've got confirmation as to what those things are, and they relate to the end game. Now, what I can show you is this one right here, and of course, this area that you are seeing outlined in black is Fractured Peaks. That's what we got to experience during our beta time. And the rest is going to be the full version of the game. That's a full map, so you can see how big of an experience this game is going to be. It's going to be a monster size of a game. But yeah, let's get into those systems that we don't know about, because there's some really cool stuff here. But to talk about it, we do need an understanding of what's called the Tree of Whispers, which is this right here. So yes, it looks like a really cool location, by the way. I cannot wait to visit this, but this ties very much into the in-game systems that we will be able to experience in Diablo 4. So if you don't know what the Tree of Whispers are, and if you don't know what Grim Favors are, I'm going to get into that. But if you do, you can go ahead and skip ahead to the details that you might not know about through the video guide in the description below. But let's talk about the Tree of Whispers really quickly here. So yes, the Tree of Whispers is this right here. Has a few loose ends to tie and needs your help settling the score. Displayed on your map, players will see various whispers scattered throughout Sanctuary. Complete the associated task and be met with experience, gold, and Grim Favors. The number of Grim Favors you receive from completing a whisper varies, but once you've completed 10 Grim Favors from the dearly departed, they can be exchanged at the Tree of Whispers for a bevy of loot and experience to reward your heroics. And this also includes legendary stuff. Now, the type of whispers a player sees on their map rotate frequently, with new ones becoming available throughout the day for you to track. Now, each whisper will offer both a different set of rewards and experience for completing it. So it's kind of sounding like it's very much going to be part of your daily experience or quest lines when you get to the end game. So I'm down with that. Now, what's really important is the Tree of Whispers are not just readily available from the start of the game as indicated right here. Whispers of the Dead found on the map rotate, with new ones becoming available throughout the day. Of course, the Whispers of the Dead system will only become available when a specific chapter of the main quest line has been completed. So do not expect the Tree of Whispers to just be, right there for you right out of the gates with this game. Now, we had a reply to this thread with confirmation as to what I was actually seeing on this map, because there were horned skull icons, things that I was like, whoa, what is this? There was some sort of mysterious tree icon to the left of the map, and I was like, this sounds very, very interesting. So check it out right here. It goes on to say this. Was in the closed beta test, can confirm they are bounties, basically. The Horned Skull bounties are bosses to kill in PvP zones and PvP objectives. The regular Skull Star bounties, if I remember well, are some sort of kill X monsters. Gray equals 1 favor, red equals 3 favor, and full red equals 5 favors. And of course, that would be those Grim Favor rewards they take to the tree, of course, to actually get your legendary rewards, your gold, and experience. So yeah, it's very cool to see that the Tree of Whispers actually goes into PvP, it seems. So that can be an option, but it also looks like it ties into world bosses as well. Check it out right here. Red dungeons are regular dungeons, except they give 5 favors. This Red Lozenge in the middle of the map is the world boss bounty for 5 favors. So there's something with the Tree of Whispers that ties into the world boss. So that's pretty neat, it seems. And it says Red Shrine next to world boss is Anima Gathering. Then you kill the elite that pops up an altar where you turn in the anima you gathered, question mark. So he's kind of unclear about that one. Seems like his memory is a little bit fuzzy there. Yeah, take a lot of this with a grain of salt, by the way. I have to mention that because things are ever changing in the development process, but a lot of this stuff does sound pretty cool. Furthermore, it says this: reverse triangle, don't remember, but I think it's an event, if I'm not mistaken, like do 3 events to finish the bounty. The skull with the red ramifications at the very east of the map is the Tree of Whisper. The Golden Portal Dungeon was the capstone level 100 beta dungeon in the boss location. So there is going to be, I guess we would call the Golden Dungeon, one of the ultimate dungeons that you will want to get to. And that level 100 boss will also be acting like as a gateway to other things as well. You're definitely going to want to defeat him for sure. Now, there were some more questions to the dev team, and we got official replies. So we're moving on from the leaks now and talking about official stuff only. So let's get into that right now. We have this from Run Quicker, who says, Diablo 4 was a great time so far, and me and my friends have enjoyed it. We're all older now, and we really don't want to have to remake characters. Huge time waste. Instead of being able to more easily redistribute skill points, is there for sure going to ship in the launch? So yeah, he's wondering if you can basically respec, whenever you want. And we have an update about this, because previously what was said is that, yeah, it's going to get more and more expensive as you go towards the end game to respec, and it's more viable just to create a new character. At least that was said on the stream. Now, Rod Ferguson from Blizzard says this: it's not prohibitively expensive, and we've made it easier by being able to refund a single skill point or the entire tree at once. So yeah, it seems to me they might be backpedaling a little bit from their statements from the stream that, oh, you can't respec at all in the end game. I don't think that is true. I think you'll be earning so much gold, probably be extremely wealthy by the end game where you can respec. However, I'm curious to see what they say in April for the actual post-beta report, and to see if things have changed with respecing, because it is quite a concern. In fact, we have an additional reply about this one, so let's take a look. Check it out right here. It says this: I agree with a lot of streamers. There is zero benefit to prohibiting or something like that, especially for players whose time is valuable. I don't have time to game. Just let me have fun. Got a lot of upvotes, a lot of support. It's almost like people are very busy in their daily lives, either trying to go to school or work or, just survive. Based on everything going on in the world. And yeah, if the beta is any indication, at least in my experience, you pick up a legendary, you see some really cool effects on it, and you're like, man, I want to build my character around that. I've got to respec. So in that way, I think they have to have respecting, something that you can actually do, and it can't be overly costly. Now, Stanzilla goes on to ask this right here. They say, I just hope we are going to get more betas after this. Everyone remembers what happened with Diablo 3 when only Act 1 was tested. Please let us test in-game as well. It currently looks like that's the part that needs the most feedback. Ooh. Yeah, because there's a lot of opinions about what happened with Diablo 3, and that Act 2 and Act 3 were just not as polished as Act 1, but we have a response from the community manager, Adam Fletcher, that yeah, they actually did do extensive testing beyond Fractured Peaks, beyond the initial Act 1 experience. So that does give me a little bit of hope, because I do not believe they did that for Diablo 3, and I think that's actually good news. So I kind of am excited to potentially see what's awaiting for us in the end game here. And remember, we're going to be learning more about the end game and the progression system in April, as confirmed by Adam Fletcher, community manager at Blizzard, because yes, they're going to be doing a post-beta deep dive then. So look out for a video from me, because I'm going to do a whole roundup of that. Usually their videos they release as a dev team are an hour long. I hope to condense that down if you guys just don't have the time. Yeah, we got to talk about this one right here. Check it out. It says this: original Diablo creators say the future of ARPG is with MMO elements. It goes on to say this: for the more conservative naysayers, while on ExileCon 2019, 3 key Diablo 1 and 2 creators, David Brevik, Max, and Eric Schaefer, state that They see the future of ARPGs going on an MMO area, sandboxy, with raids, world bosses, etc. And this was an interview with Riker. Love his stuff, by the way. I'm sure you know who he is. But yes, it's obvious that is direction that, of course, Diablo 4 has been headed in during its development process. I don't know if you guys like that or not, but when you go to the town, you can clearly see a lot of the players roaming around, these world boss events with up to 12 other players. It's very much a community-driven experience. Some people want an offline option. Some people hate that. They just want to be able to play co-op. And some people absolutely love it. So to each their own. But yeah, my question is this the direction you want ARPGs to be headed in? That more MMO space with online elements? Or do you think they should just really keep to their roots and what they've been doing in the past and essentially keeping it more of an intimate single-player experience? Sound off in the comments down below. I'm kind of curious about your opinion on that one. But we also got to talk about some more feedback about the stash. This one is really important. Check it out. It goes on to say this right here. Feedback: stash should be accessible in every town with a waypoint. I couldn't agree more, because it also kind of makes visiting some of these other towns, you know, pointless in some ways. You're just like, what's the point of some of these other towns? Yeah, they have shops and other elements to them, but I need to get to my stash. I also might want to do some transmog stuff. I think they should have different inns and setups and safe houses, I suppose you would call them, around all of the towns, and maybe even property that you can purchase. I would love to see that sort of thing added into Diablo 4 for sure. All right, so here we go. I think you guys know what time it is. It is time for your top comments. Be sure to leave a comment down below. It could end up right here on the screen in a future video. So let's do this. My most recent video was this one. New dev updates, the post-beta deep dive, PvP, PC graphic updates, and missing features. Check it out if you missed that video. It's on the channel. But let's see what you guys had to say about this one. Mercer goes on to say the following right here. He says, "Thank you for the hard work and very informative information you put in your videos. You've been my go-to for Diablo 4 news updates." Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means the world to me. Absolutely. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying the videos. Now, Sacred Grove Bros says this: "I'm going to enjoy the game for what it is and not what I wish it was. Definitely excited for launch." I hear you. You know, I think that there are issues with this game, but there are a lot of things to enjoy about the game as well. And the things that I enjoy about Diablo 4 currently outweigh the negatives big time. And also my experience was with the beta. It's very much work in progress with a lot of the bouncing stuff and connectivity issues. Although I will say it again and again, please just give us an offline option. Come on now. All right, so let's keep going, shall we? So Smug Jester says, "Along with the loading walls, I was also having an issue with invisible walls stopping my character and blocking ranged attacks." Whoa. "I had a time when a ranged archer and I were both shooting at each other, but the arrows were stacking on an invisible wall between us. This is the first time I have heard of this one." That sounds pretty bad right there. I'm going to say, I wish I could have witnessed that one for sure. Damn, you should have recorded that. But anyway, yeah, all sorts of oddities like that. I'm hoping do not make it into the game. That can be very problematic if that sort of thing is happening, especially in PvP. All right, so Friendly Fire NL says this: "Love your videos. Keep it up. I also want to add something a lot of people did not notice as well. When you use your skeleton ability, it will consume a corpse, and there are 2 passives in the tree that increase your damage and give you 9 essence when you consume a corpse. This way you can use your skeleton ability, ... This way you can use your skeleton ability to gain essence and a damage buff, so you can spawn Bone Spear or a different essence." Yeah, it's really cool what you can do with the skeleton army. For me personally, and I need to mess with the golem more, but I like the skeleton army more than the golem. I don't know if you guys were using both at the same time, but I just couldn't give up some of my other abilities. And that's when I started wishing, man, I wish there were more, you know, space on this hotbar right here where I can really just activate infinite amount of abilities. But I think they want to have it balanced where you pick and choose what you want there. But anyway, that does it for this video. Thank you all so much for the comments. I wish I can get to each and every one of them. Man, that would be so cool. Maybe I could do like more of a Q&A type video in the future where I read a bunch more of your comments. But thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Diablo 4 updates and, of course, open world gaming goodness. And I will see you all next time. Take care.